define success on your own terms. Because I guarantee you that our start and our stories are actually very similar. And there's so many reasons why Becky and I's business should never have taken off to begin with. And I bet it mirrors a lot of what you guys go through on a daily basis, the struggles and the obstacles that you face in your business. Okay?
I mean, how many times have we heard, oh, I don't know enough people? Well, we share the same DNA, we live 4 blocks away from each other, our kids go to the same school, they're in the same class, we have the same family, we have the same friends, and I kind of signed up all her friends before she even signed up.
Let's face it, it didn't take her long to steal everyone in our family. But, you know, the first 2 coaches that I sponsored, they quit the business, and they never made it. And the first bag of Shakeology I ever sold was returned. In fact, 4 weeks into the business, or 4 weeks into my business, Beachbody took money away from me. And there's so many things. You know, Becky's sponsor's no longer in the business. So how many of you here have heard the term, you know, I don't have upline support, or I'm on a weak leg? Where are we?
We are on the inside leg of Jason Diebel's dad. No man's land.
It's like, hello! Anybody out there?
That never made a difference to us. It was never even a consideration. We did not care because we were going to do it anyway.
Woo! That's right.
And then, apparently, El Jefe, Carl, said Miami and South Florida was Beachbody no man's land. It would not take off. Miami is too about the quick fix, and it was just not going to have any attention there. Well, we said, challenge accepted.
But despite all that, guys, despite the struggles and the challenges that we face, that you face every single day, because we are no different, our biggest challenge and the most difficult to talk about is that our biggest obstacle was actually each other. Becky and I grew up in this very competitive environment with each other. And it's been hard, to say the least, because when we look at each other, I see my weaknesses in her strengths, and she sees it vice versa. And our deepest, darkest moments have been in the last 6 years as Beachbody coaches, and a lot of people don't know that.
Yes, and it's compare despair. We have the same life coach, and she pointed it out. We all do it, and as coaches, we look at everybody and say, well, she's got that. And I thought the same thing. I don't speak as well as her. I'm not good enough. And those words have resonated in my head for the last 6 years. And that's it. Like, we're done. We've overcome.
Woo! Absolutely overcome. And we built it anyway! And that's what you're gonna do today. You're gonna forget about all that junk, all the obstacles and the challenges, and your Becky or your Kristina, your biggest obstacle, that could be a spouse, and it could be, or someone on your team, or a parent, or someone that didn't believe in you, or whatever it is. Erase it and build it anyway. So let's talk about the 3 things that Becky and I have done over the last 6 years that have helped us get through it all. Number 1, lean in. I want you to picture a storm for a second coming in over the horizon. Most people will run away and seek shelter. Not us. We lean into the storm. There are so many obstacles that you're going to face while you build a business, and there's truths in this business that we can't avoid. People will come and they will go. There will be highs and there will be lows. There will be times of momentum and times of transition. But you have to lean into the struggle. And for crying out loud, let's stop spending money on these Facebook ads training and pick up a book and start reading it. Because you need to strengthen your mind in order to grow a Beachbody business. No big business was ever grown with a small mind, and I can guarantee you that. You have to elevate your mindset, and you gotta get tough. Number 2.
And number 2, lead with purpose. So why are you here today? Why did you come here to this event, to Summit this year? Who or what are you doing this business for? So the pictures up on the screen, those are our beautiful families. And since day 1, they have been the solid reason why we are here today. They're why we get up in the morning. They're why we have shown up for 6 years, why we have battled through our personal challenges and the ups and downs of this business and taken it a step further because it was for them. To show them that there's so much possible in the universe and that we were going to take control of our lives. We had this beautiful opportunity, the solution, and we were going to implement and make it the best thing ever for our families. And as you see the picture with my family, that was about a month ago in the Keys. And because we just decided that we were going to stay in the Keys for a week because we built that freedom. That is what I wanted. That picture right there is exactly what I foresaw for my life, and it's thanks to this opportunity because we had the balls to do it. Once you have that clear vision and that why, then you can paint the dream life. And I can say that our lives now is exactly what we envisioned 4 years ago. It was exactly what we wanted. The freedom, the coming, going as we please, spending time with our family. It's exactly what we wanted. So think about it. What does it smell like? Who's in that future? Why are you doing this? Get clear on that. Because once you have your why, you have your vision, then you can break it down into goals. And you need goals to stay moving forward. Once you have the goals, then you can break it down to action steps. The vital behaviors, invite. We have recruiting and just building your team. But you gotta, if you're gonna expect to lead a team, you gotta know where you're headed. If you don't know, you're just dead in the water.
That's right. You gotta steer the ship, right? And your purpose is your anchor when that storm starts coming in. Yes?
Yes.
I'm gonna let Becky talk about the significance of this image, but I wanted to share something that's been on my heart for the last 2 weeks as we were preparing to come to Summit and to present to you guys. The last 2 weeks, we've been bombarded on television with the Republican National Convention and the Democratic National Convention, and I see over and over again Americans waiting for some miracle, right? Some person that's gonna come and just save them, whoever that is. Why don't you save yourself? Why don't you create your own miracle? Why not stop playing the lottery of life and go out there and make your dreams a reality and leave your mark? Many of my friends that are staring back at us right now, making me very nervous, Melanie and all you guys, the ones that started this business between the years of 2008, 9, 10, and 11, and are sitting down here having Beachbody success, we built in the middle of the biggest United States economic crisis since the Great Depression. We created our own destiny with this opportunity. We didn't wait for someone to save us or to give us some handout. We made it happen ourselves because this business is that beautiful.
Absolutely. So that image right there, leave your mark, that wrote that myself January 29, 2011 at my very first corporate event in Orlando, Florida. And I was a diamond coach. I had been a coach for 6 months at that point. And I just sat there and I soaked it all in, all the success stories. And I just sat there and I knew at that moment that this is where I belonged, that this was what was going to change my legacy and change my family's future. So Jeff Hill speaks at the end of the event, and I don't really remember the whole speech, but I remember how he made me feel. And at that point, he gave me the permission to do it. He gave me the permission to go all in, to not settle, to raise the standard for myself and my family, to elevate my life, and to go all in. So today, I want to give you the permission to leave your mark. Leave the world a better place than you found it. Exceed expectations, raise your level of service, and give back. And one thing that I wanted to mention, all my life, my father would say, every generation should be more successful than the last. And I always knew in my heart that I would make that happen. I didn't know how. But it all ties back to leaving your mark. We are going to do this, but you need to do it now. Do it big and leave a legacy for your families.
Today you have a choice. You can let the last 20 minutes of your day and the next 2 days of your life be some fleeting moment that comes in and out of your brain. Or you can take a stand and lean in to the challenges that you're gonna face in your business. Lean in to your team. Lean in when times get rough. Get together and lean into each other. Lead with your heart and with purpose, and know why you're doing this. And by all means, leave your mark, because we all have that ability and capability to do that.
It's a decision, guys.
That's right.
Diesel Nation!
We're giving you permission today to go rock your lemonade stand. To keep it simple and stop overcomplicating this business, because man, this business can be a lot of fun, and it's better to do it as a team.
Absolutely.
And just serve others, and get that insatiable passion for entrepreneurship and rock your future. Are you guys ready to do that?